guys. So I just came from work and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a video because why not? And I actually just started this particular job that I'm at right now. I started about I want to say like 3-4 days ago. So today was like my 4th day, and I did not want to get a job for the longest because I wanted to focus more on my entrepreneurial endeavors, and whether that be podcast or my other businesses. Like, I wanted to really just focus on that. And I know how my mind works is that if I am not focused in on my businesses, then it kind of just blows in the wind. So I did not go into I decided not to work in any particular job. But I had the opportunity to work at this job, and the job that I'm at right now, I wanted to work at for the longest. It's a retail job, but it's a retail store that I really wanted to work at. I'm not gonna mention the name, but it's one of those stores that everyone goes in, and it's not selling clothes, it's selling like tech stuff. So and they pay fairly well for retail, and I'm enjoying it. Now, when I got the job, I said, Lord, I've always wanted to work here, but I don't need to work here. You know what I mean? If you don't want me to be here, I won't. Just say the word and I'll quit. Because what I really want to do is be about my Father's business. I really want to do what God is telling me to do. And if this is taking me off of that road, then I don't want to do it. So, and I was having a little bit of dilemma if I should take it or not, because I didn't know if this was God's will. So I prayed about it. I didn't get any strong signs not to go, and I feel pretty content. I don't feel any like contention with getting this job. So I believe that God is okay with it. But I told God, I was like, God, listen, if you don't want me to be here, just say the word and I'm gone. I'll tell these people, hey, listen, something came up, I can't take the job, or something came up, I'm out of here. But I want to talk to you guys a lot about being in God's will. And that's one thing I'm always just so concerned about, and is that I want to be in God's will. Like, I really don't care about what I want, because a lot of the times throughout my life, what I want is not necessarily what was best for me, and I know that. So I don't want to go off of my own understanding. So I'm always asking God, is this where you want me to be? I know this is a job that I've wanted before, but is this what you want for me? And if it's not, like, I don't want it. So God knows where my heart is on that. Can I take over? God knows where my heart is on that. So, and I advise everyone to, always seek the Lord's will. That one thing that I've also had to learn is that my life is not my own. This is not about me. My life isn't about me. So even if this job is something that I've always wanted, like, who cares? I want to do what God wants me to do. I'm not saying this particular job that I have, I'm not saying it was like a lifelong dream. It's not like that. But I have been like, oh, it'd be a cool place to work. Oh, my hands are a little ashy. Oh, this would be a cool place to work. But it's not like, if I didn't have the job, I would be fine. If I never worked at this place, I would be fine. But I believe that God right now is just like, hey, you know what, Candace, you can work here. At the end of the day, God is our Father. He's someone that he wants what's best for us, but he's also our dad. He's like, he wants us to be happy, and he he still has a fatherly thing to him. You know, God still has a fatherly thing to him. He's the Almighty, he's strong, he's powerful. You want to do what he says. And also he has a fatherly thing to him. So I do believe him giving me this job was like, you know what, Candace, I know you always wanted to work. I know you wanted to work here before, you know, you can have the job for a little while. Because I even told God, I was like, God, I'm more focused, or I'm more wanting to do my business. You know, right now all my businesses, I have a few, they're like in the startup stage, so they're not like, I don't have like a rhythm going on with them just yet, but I'm putting in systems to get them up and running. And also what I've realized is that, or another reason why I didn't even want a job, is because it takes away from my time. And even if, like, let's say I have a 5-hour shift, like let's say it's from 10 a.m. to 2, no, that's 4 hours, or 10 to 3, whatever, some short shift like that. Even like I will go home and I'll be tired, and I'm just like, I only worked 4 or 5 hours. Why am I so tired? And so the businesses that I more want to work on would get pushed to the back end, and that's no bueno for me, because my focus is my businesses, you know. But right now I'm seeing how this works. I've only worked here for, again, like 4 days. So if it does interfere with the businesses, I'm unfortunately, I'm gonna have to quit. But I want to be about my Father's business. I don't want to do anything besides what God wants me to do, you know. And I've made a series of mistakes in my life, you know, and some of them, you know, some of the mistakes I've made really caused me great harm, emotionally, physically, more emotionally than anything. And, you know, that's not something I'm wanting to go through again, you know. So I want to be about my Father's business. I really, really do. And life is so interesting, because sometimes you don't even know if you're doing what God wants you to do, you know. And what I've had to do in those situations is, like, you know, stay in prayer and let God know, hey, give me a sign if you don't want me to be here. I'm out. You know. Or, God, give me a sign if you do want me to be here. I'll stay. You know, just staying in contact with the Lord is always very good. But yeah, that's just a little update there, and I hope this helps someone with what they're going through at the moment. But stay in communication with the Lord, you know. Remember that this life is not your own. You know, there's people out here waiting for you to answer the call, waiting for your business to take off, waiting for you to be a doctor, waiting for you to be to start your NGO, to be a philanthropist. There are people waiting, and, you know, just always pray, Lord, am I in your will? And if I am not, correct me. A lot of people, they want to know, they want to know if, a lot of people, they don't know if they're in the Lord's will, but they don't want to be corrected. A lot of people don't want to be corrected. I was one of them. And I tell you, it's not a good position you're in if you don't want to be corrected. So, you know, humble yourself before the Lord and accept correction. Because trust me, God will correct you. He will correct you quick and in a hurry. But, all right, y'all. You have a good rest of your day, and I will see you soon.